Breaking news, guys. This is more trouble for Babangida over his confection, waiting he do during his tenure as the head of state, okay, of Nigeria. How he take by people, how he take nullify election, Abiola election. When I know say that election, that 1993 election, was described as the freest, fairest election so far in the history of Nigeria. But what happened? Babangida annoyed it. Now, Nigerians lawyers can say any person when do bad thing go collect. You not go say because you be once head of state, you don't do what you do, you just can't confess like that, make it go like that. No. It's even in the Nigerian constitution. If you do bad thing, you go collect. It's in the Bible. It's in the Quran. Even traditionalists, they still get their own way when they arrange people when they say, you do bad thing. Well, as the matter they get hotter, Femi Falana, assembles legal team to sue the ex-dictator Babangida, over detention, over trial, for opposing the June 12th election annulment. So I don't know as he go take stand this one. And I know say the man don't they go like this. But Nigerians they protest say he must hear him. He must collect. Because you not go just do all this bad thing, you go just go free like that. You call the conference, base say you don't understand, say where you don't they go, they closer. So, my people, the matter now when they grant be say, a renowned human rights lawyer Femi Falana, now son he has vowed to challenge what he describes as his malicious detention alongside late Chief Gani Fayemi, son, and 3 others during the military regime of General Ibrahim Babangida, retired. Speaking on Channels TV on Tuesday, Falana revealed that he and his colleagues were prosecuted for opposing the annulment of the June 12, 1993 presidential election, which was won by Chief MKO Abiola. He described their detention, prosecution, and trial as deliberate, adding that he has now assembled a legal team to seek redress. Falana lamented that 32 years later, Babangida now admitted to regretting the annulment of the election. He stated that Babangida deliberately nullified the election results and arrested, detained, charged, and paraded them as criminals. Recalling the events of 1993, Falana narrated how he and his colleagues were taken to the Guadalajara Chief Magistrate Court and charged with treasonable felony. He disclosed that since they had no access to legal representation, he and the late Gani Fayemi defended themselves and their colleagues in court. The human rights lawyer insisted that Babangida's action had long-term consequences for Nigeria's democracy, adding that he is now seeking legal redress for the wrongful prosecution. Falana said, even though we were asking for bail, we turned our arraignment to the trial of junta, and I recalled on the occasion, Chief Gani Fayemi told the judge, Chief Magistrate Malam Bulama, that those who should be standing trial for treason should be in the dock. We are in the villa led by General Babangida, because they had overthrown a democratically elected government on December 31st, 1983. So those are the people that should be standing trial. And of course, when it came to my turn, I made it clear to the judge. This selection of the laws, section 41, this section of the law, or section 41 of the Criminal Code Act, which provides anybody who forms an intention to remove the president of his country during his term of office. Otherwise, then, by constitutional means, I said, my lord, The man calling himself my president has no fixed term of office, so I could not have been brought here. Of course, the judge adjourned 2 weeks later. He granted us bail very liberally, 20,000 and one shorty in like sum. The human rights lawyer noted that Babangida's regime could not stand another proceeding. They could not go back to court so that we don't turn the thing into a full trial of General Babangida and others. So he simply ran away, he said. He added that the case was struck out. So I am going to challenge the malicious prosecution, my malicious prosecution and that of my colleagues. I have assembled a team of lawyers. They are looking into it because he has now brought it to life by now admitting that there was no bias for my prosecution because he now says Abiola won the election. He now says Abiola won the election, which was the bias of our protest, basis of our protest. He's also saying, he shouldn't have postponed the terminal date of his transition program, he said, which again we are fighting. So which means there were no basis for our prosecution. It is malicious, Falana said. Again, massive infringement of our rights, human rights, because when you keep me in Kuji prison, you deny me my right to liberty, my freedom of movement. You also violate my right to choose the government of my country. Point to Article 13 of the African Charter on Human Rights, because the man who did it has just come out to say, I did it wrongly, he said. Falana further explained that, echoing the ruling of the court in Abuja in the case of Femi Falana versus Republic of Benin and others, the court stated that any violation occurring after 3 years cannot be pursued in the jurisdiction. But later, the improvement of the jurisprudence of the court has now come to the conclusion. I think that was in the case of the Federation of Journalists, Gambia, and the government of that country, that once you are talking of serious abuse of human rights, statutes of limitation, it does not apply, Falana added. So guys, now Nigerians are calling for the prosecution of the former head of state, General Babangida. Okay, you cannot just do all those bad things. You just come out and just say it like that, like it's just like that. Okay, I beg, make I drop am for you. How na see this matter? Do you think they should Babangida should be prosecuted, or he should just be abandoned? Make me hear from you. Kindly, please, should be pardoned. I meant to say, you think Babangida should be pardoned or be prosecuted for all the crimes he committed during his time as the head of state of Nigeria? Let's hear from you. Share your thought below the comment section.